Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Aisha and Richard, for organizing this event. Even though the title is Training the Data Scientists of the Future, I'm going to refute myself again, because I was in a panel last year saying that data scientist, actually, I prefer data science, not a data scientist. So I'm going to refute myself. I'm just going to focus on data science as an education. So again, that's me, Ahmet Bulut, and I'm the chair of Computer Science Department at Istanbul Sehir University. It's a very new university. We started up in 2010. And this is a joint work with Tarık, Onur, Barış, and Ali, which are all faculty members at Department of Computer Science. Okay, so that's just a glimpse of our site. And as you can see, you see the IBM logo there because we partnered with IBM Turkey on this master's program. So it's available. You can see it at ds4datascience.sehir.edu.tr. And I even asked my cousin to actually design a logo for us. So that's actually it's proprietary in a way. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about Masters in Data Science program. I'm going to be concrete. So anything that you see here is there. So anything that is missing is really missing. So okay, academicians, so that's us. So I put myself there as well. So we have 2, 3, 4, so 7 people right now. So it's going to grow, but these are the 7 key people, basically. And they are all in the computer science department. We're going to use as I said, we have a Masters in Data Science program, and we're going to use this program to train, not data scientists, as you can see, research engineers. I deliberately call it research engineer because I worked as a research engineer as well. And I was working at Citrix Online, part of Citrix, and I was in the research team, and I had a very hard time working with the development team. So there was a research team, there was a development team. And we had a big divide also to understand each other. So how do you connect? How do you communicate? So basically, not just a researcher, not just an engineer, but a research engineer basically is the right person who knows how to research as well as how to engineer what they are researching on. So, and who are these research engineers? Well, master's students, PhD students, and engineers themselves. And we're going to train them with our graduate program. And we need support folks. What are they going to be doing? Well, they're going to be doing non-technical and technical stuff. So the non-technical stuff is project management. So we're going to be getting all the projects from, for example, National Research Foundation, or from the industry, for example, from IBM, for large telco companies. And those projects have to be managed. So we need non-technical folks. We need technical folks for server administration, for web administration, and for key data center resource provisioning. So these are all have to be done by dedicated resources. And I'm actually giving you also examples here. And we call this a center. These are the human resources, basically. And we need the hardware resources, which is data center. And here is an example of the data center that we are working. Right now, we are working with. And the storage capacity is, I think, is mediocre at this point. The servers, we're basically going to need building a private cloud. And the private cloud has to be managed. And we are using the cloud management software provided by IBM itself as an academic initiative. The hypervisor, basically VMware has the most stable one. You can pick one from Microsoft as well, but I think the most stable one is from VMware. And these are some of the prices. If you're interested in, for example, starting up yourself, your own data center, let's say infrastructure, you're going to actually look. I think if you need eight servers, for example, that should be and each one of them costs around 10 to 12K dollars, and you need to sort of maintain them, of course, with licensing. The master's program, so again, this is just, I'm introducing you our master's program here. So we have two options. You can either do thesis or non-thesis. In the thesis case, you're going to take 8 classes. I'm going to give you a list of classes that you can pick from, 8 classes. In the non-thesis option, without thesis option, you're going to take 10 classes. So that's the main difference, basically. Yes, you will also do a thesis in the thesis option, but the course load is much higher in the without thesis option. So these are the classes. And in a way, by putting this list out to you, we are also, I'm also conveying you that, these are the classes that we picked that are necessary for doing, let's say, data science. I am teaching myself, I myself teach data engineering and networks classes. And so all of the core ones are basically being offered right now. So those are on. As you can see, I have separated the classes into 3 broad categories here: theory, core, and application. Theory is important, but we're only going to ask our thesis students to take them because that basically builds the technical background. Elements of statistical learning and, for example, information theory or advanced linear algebra, the linear dynamical systems. So a thesis student should take, again, these are very humble numbers, but they can actually be, it depends on the student's sort of appetite. They can be spiced up. So 2 is reasonable. 2 theory classes, a master's student, 4 or 5, or maybe all of them, the core classes, and maybe 2 application classes. And for example, he can easily starts working in bioinformatics by taking these core classes, which basically help him or her get up to speed in processing and working with data, and have the necessary background in the mathematical background. Okay. And one more thing that I want to mention, basically, this was important for us, how to basically, this program is open now. So we accepted our first batch of students in fall 2014, starting in September, last September. And there was a question about how are we going to target industry? And our response was this: we're going to expect the industry to come with their projects. For example, if there is a data science project and there's a good chance that you have, what you're going to do is designate those people or those professionals who are going to be our master's students. You're going to get a master's degree, plus you're going to come with your project, and you're going to do your project while taking these classes. So we're not going to waste your time to tell you, okay, I have the data engineering class, I'm teaching the data engineering class, and I need you to do a project. Should that be a toy project? Absolutely not. It should be your project, your company's project. You'll be doing it. You'll be spending quality time while basically trying to solve your problem. And us, the academicians, the key stakeholders will be there to kind of help you, to handhold and show you how to solve it if we can. So that's our approach. Any questions? Yes. Okay.
All right, so thank you very much for the presentation. My question is, what students would be ideal to enter in this program? Meaning, what qualifications are you looking for a student to be able to enter in? Because if we're looking at the pipeline of increasing the numbers, how do you handle that?
What kind of backgrounds came the students? So there were applicants. I saw purely mathematical, for example, someone who has a BA in math. There were folks from MIS, math, physics, math. So basic physical science did apply, and we accepted some. MIS folks did apply, and regular computer engineers at this point.
Be a 2-year program? Yes. And how many students do you have right now?
Altogether
15. Are they all working students? Do they have jobs or just students?
I would say half and half. So half of them work, and half of them are just freshmen out of their.
And how about the breakdown of thesis and non-thesis?
So that should be a cultural thing. So without most people try to go for thesis because they also get scholarships. So I think at this point we have very little data to kind of tell you where we see the trend. But at this point, just because we have more scholarship available for thesis students because we have projects and we employ them. So basically they do go for the thesis option.
So you are a private university, right?
Yes.
And you must be charging students. How much is
Well,
the program?
the program itself is $20,000. No, not dollars. 20,000 Turkish liras.
Which is about $10,000.
Which is about $10,000
Yeah.
dollars.
So you have 15 who pay
Yes.
10,000.
We do have we do partner with the companies in Turkey. So let's say if you're Turkish Airlines, I don't know if anyone has flew with the Turkish Airlines, but you get a 40% off because
So
you're
if
a
something
partner.
goes wrong when I fly, I blame on you.
Okay. Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Okay, thank you very much.